So let's compare the last 20 years in the United States, that is, this century so far, in the United States, with that in China. So here we go. In the United States, real wages, the actual average wage of the American worker, has stagnated. It has gone nowhere. That's true not only for the 20 years we're talking about of this century, it's true for the 25 years, the last 25 years of the 20th century. Here's a statistic for you to think about as an American if you're watching this program from the United States or listening to it on the radio here. In 1973, the wage of the United States was average wage of an American, was able to buy, here we go now, more things than it was in 2018. The real wage in the United States is less today than it was then. It's not less by a lot, but it means that over the last 40 to 45 years, Americans who have worked harder than ever, who have been more productive than they ever were across that time, have not shared in their greater productivity. Their real income, their real wages have not gone up. The real hourly wage in the United States is lower today than it was in 1973, and that is something to think about. But now comes the Chinese story. Over the same period of time, just counting the last 20, 25 years, real wages in the People's Republic of China have quadrupled. Let me tell you that again. The basket of goods and services that an average worker gets in China for an average hour of his or her work is 4 times greater today than it was 25 years ago. Yes, Chinese wages remain below the average in the United States because they were, and they still are, a poor country when you divide their total economy by the enormous number of people that live in that country. But if you want to understand why the people of China support their government, here's a clue. Their real wages went up 4 times over the last 25 years in a society led by a government in which the Communist Party is the dominant political force. Let me pause to let all of this sink in. This is not about whether you like these numbers or don't. This is not about whether you're critical of many aspects of Chinese society or you're not. I myself find things in China I admire and things in China I would like to avoid. I try to look at the strengths and weaknesses. But when it comes to the economics of their socialist system, and I compare it in its performance over decades to this moment, there is no contest about which system has served its people better in terms of economic growth of output, the economy as a whole, and the real wages of the average worker in that society. Is China an example of equality? No. It has a great deal of inequality. There, the United States and China have something in common. High inequality that's actually getting worse.